Hey everyone. So the message for today was about depression. And don't look at my kitchen. Don't look at it. And what I had talked about was because I can't get it to share over here, and I've tried the clipboard and everything else, nothing's working. So what I was talking about was expecting more for ourselves rather than less than. Less than doesn't work for anyone. Less than never worked for me, although I was comfortable with it, because why expect more than what is expected of you, right? Yeah. Well, that's not a good thing. And also I spoke about depression. Depression. A friend of mine has clinical depression, and I feel that he is trying to avoid the pain of turning around and fighting those demons. Now, he'll go into a haunted building and fight them demons, but he doesn't want to fight the things, that was a strange sound, he doesn't want to fight the things that have brought him to this point in his life. And I think there are a lot of us that don't want to deal with those things that make us hurt, those things that make us sad, those things that make us feel like we're less than at any point in time. My message today is to face your demons. Stare them in the face. If you can't find their face, stare them in their eye. Just do the very, very best for yourself, whether it's medically, spiritually. If you're a spiritual person, if prayer does that for you, then hey, do that. Meditation, why not? You know, people have been doing it for years. I've had a little of both. I've done a little bit of meditation. I've done a lot of praying. I also talk to Bill on a regular, out loud. I don't care. Out loud, in my journal. I've been journaling since I was little, and I still journal now. And my journal was always just, hey, or hi, or now I write, dear hunters, or hi hunters, or hello my babers. And I kind of feel that he's right there for me. He's right there for me. So the key today is about being greater than rather than less than. A concept I've never really gotten in school, but I definitely get now. Greater than the expectations put upon you when you were a child if you were told you were less than. Greater than what you have been programmed to believe. You don't have a lot of money, so you're less than someone who has a lot of money. You don't have a lot of stuff, so you're less than someone that has a lot of stuff. There was a bug on my wrist earlier. I had my little hair tie, my big fat hair tie, in my hair earlier. In my hair earlier, and I had put it on my wrist because I was letting my hair dry after my shower. And I went outside and I was talking to my next door neighbor, and came inside and had put my arm down, and lo and behold, again, this is the second time this has happened to me, with that same thing on me. I felt something kind of tickling my wrist, and I looked down, and there's this bug, and I threw it across the room screaming like a mad woman, and so now I have taken that off of my wrist. Maybe it attracts them. There's a little gold thing. Who knows, right? Nobody knows. So there are so many of us. I have so many. I'm so blessed because I have so many people from so many different walks of life, from here to friggin' Pakistan, that have gone through so many different things in their life, and you know what they have been told they will only rise to. And I don't think that, hey, that's pretty neat. And I don't think that they have been given a fair shake, really. Unless your family is the perfect family, not the perfect family, but the kind of family that we've all been given the impression of, that we're supposed to be engaging each other and being there for each other and standing tall for each other. Tell you what, that's not the norm. Life gets in the frickin' way. And so, saying that doesn't make anyone a bad person just because of the fact that they are not 100% behind you. No, it doesn't make them a bad person. We all get self-involved, don't we? We all do. We all do. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a great thing. You want to be giving, but sometimes you just can't give any more of yourself. And that brings me back to being there for yourself, for saying for yourself, or to say for yourself, no, I am not going to do one more thing that's going to put me out, to take away from myself, to the detriment of myself. We need to stand up for ourselves, for our children, for our families. We need to step out of comfort zones that we have gotten into in these little snug little thought beds that keep us from stepping outside of our comfort zones. I have, now that I'm older, I have a really hard time with that. I've never in my life, ever in my life, been agoraphobic. Ever. I moved to New Hampshire with 2 frickin' babies. One was a month old, the other was a terrible 2-year-old, and moved to New Hampshire, out in the boonies, didn't know how to drive a car. Within a month, I had my license because of a kind person. Literally because of a kind person who said she had known me for years and had known me for a week. Took me in her vehicle to the registry. Was a complete stranger. I was given a car in New Hampshire, out of Rumney. Again, out of Rumney. There was an ad in the paper. It was for $600. The guy said, I'll give it to you. And it was a tank, man. It was this big gray tank. I'll give it to you for $300. I'm like, psh, wow. And I had brought a friend of mine's husband, now her ex-husband, with me. He checked the car over. He's like, this thing is a dream. I handed the man the money, and this old farmer that lived in this old New England home handed me back my money, and he said, anything given without hesitation will always come back to you. Fucking profound. Anything given freely without hesitation will always come back to you. And I got this humongous car for free. And it lasted me for 3 years and traveled my children and myself safely to and from Head Start, to and from work, to and from wherever I needed to go at any given time. And this sucker was huge. It could barrel through everything. Kindness. Let's have kindness for one another. Let's have that. Oh, I think it's raining outside. Let's have the time to, I'm just going to bring you strolling around with me because I've got to close some windows, I think. I probably have rain all in my bed. Let's check it out. Let's see. Oh, a little bit. Hold up. Oh, I have to put you down. I'm sorry. You're going to see my underarms. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I am so strong. So that's a thing. Oh, it's dark in the hallway. Dun, 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 dun. Here I am. Hi, sorry. Oh, my cat. It's my cat. Hi, kitty. So that's a thing. But yeah, being there for each other. Wow, it's really pouring out. One more moment, people. Okay. Gotta close things up. It's important. It's really important to just take care of you. To love you enough to say, there's only so much I can do. Isn't that funny? I'm like looking at myself saying, man, I look good today for no makeup on. awesome sauce. And my hair looks beautiful. So when someone tells you that you're not enough, so when someone tells you you're never going to amount to anything, and I don't care if you're 5, 50, or 500 years old, someone tells you that crap, fuck them. Don't listen to them. Don't believe them. Don't fall for their bullshit. It's all about other people being insecure, so they have to try to make you feel insecure. Don't fall for it. For years, one of my very good friends, this is a toughie. I've never even talked about this, that we hung out all the time, and the person wasn't always honest with me. He or she would tell me something at one moment, and then when we were in front of people, would say, I would say, do I look fat in this? And that person would be like, no, you look great. And we would be out in front of people, and he or she would say, don't those pants make you look a little fat? Wow. Dude, you're supposed to be my friend. And I wasn't fat, and I knew I wasn't fat. There's that mental thing. I think a lot of people in Winthrop have it, that we always think we look fat. And it took me years, freaking years, to get over that. And that always bothered me. That always bothered me. I have forgiven him or her. Maybe they just felt so bad about themselves, they felt making someone else feel worse would be okay. You know? I don't know. I've never been that person. If someone doesn't feel good, if they don't think they look good, I would much rather make someone feel happy. That's why I got into hairdressing. I came to a point in my life with my kids that I was like, where the hell do I fit in? You know, bounce back to when I was 18 and being told I'll never amount to anything while I was in hairdressing school at Blaine in Boston. I had 100 hours left, man, and I freaking quit. Because I believed them. I listened to them. Am I going to beat myself up and be like, stupid, stupid, stupid? Hell no. Hell no. How much further I would have been in my life had I listened to no one but myself. And I was doing good in school, and I didn't. I just ran and ran and ran. I ran amok, ran crazy, ran screaming to the nearest exit. So the next time that you have doubts about where you are in your life, what you're doing in your life, take a look around. Find some positive role models. Embrace your inner child. Embrace them really hard, especially if they're hurting or if they're hurt or if they're sad. And you can find them. You can find them. Everybody asks me about it. What is this about the inner child? It's pretty simple. There's a small person, a kid, really. There's a little kid in all of us. Now, some of us have had really good parenting. So our kids aren't much younger than our actual ages. I did not have good parenting in my life. I had phenomenal grandparenting in my life, but I still was very, what I now refer to as age retarded. It made me a little bit immature in some ways. It made me believe that I didn't fit into the time era that I am in. That, you know, I think that's where that whole thing, the old soul, comes from. And I'm sure there's tons of us that are like that. Those that didn't get the love of our father as much as, say, one of our siblings, or those of us who were in abusive relationships with people who did nothing but try to make us small so that we wouldn't outshine them. And that goes for sons and daughters and uncles and aunts. I think a lot of us, I can't say all, I think a lot of us have been through that very thing. That there were people in our lives that tried to make us feel small. I stopped doing that a while ago, much to the chagrin of many people, and I think my family included. That I was, you know, if I was wrong, I will say I was wrong. If I did something that offended someone, I will tell them, I'm sorry. What you said hurt me. I could only reply. Does that mean that my apology was insincere? Absolutely not. It means that I'm not making any excuses. And I'm trying to tell you that if you put me down, I'm going to come at you. I'm going to come at you. There are people I know right now that are suffering for the actions that they did a long time ago. Yes, and that is that karma. That thing, that karma, right? That we all say, karma's going to get you, karma's going to get you. I've seen it a million times in my life. A million times. And even though somebody who has done somebody wrong looks okay from the outside, believe me, there is pain there. There is anger and jealousy and resentment there. And what is that? What does that serve anyone? Be happy. Be amazing. I am not able to see my grandson, and I do not hate his mother. Everyone has the right to their feelings, and she feels that it wouldn't be a good thing. That's fine. I know he's out there. I'm blessed to know that his little person is out there. I have these beautiful, absolutely beautiful granddaughters that I cherish beyond. And her family, who is now my extended nuclear family, I cherish each and every one of them. And I am not infallible. I get jealous when I can't see them. I do. Does that make me a bad person? Absolutely not. Does it make me a better person because I can admit to it? Hell no. You know, we should admit to the things that we're faulting about, or that we're not as I don't want to say as good as we should be, but that's what's on my tongue. That we're not as gracious as we could be. How's that? That's pretty much it. Depression. My granddaughter, when I saw her this past week, did not mention Papa. And sadly, I was kind of relieved. Because it means that she is healing. And I know that there are times when she's with her mummy that she's, I wish Papa was here. And I'm sure my older granddaughter, same thing, I wish Papa was here. And he's here. Spiritually, he's here. I know that he's watching over them every freaking moment. Every moment. He loved his grandies. He loved his kids. As I said there, on the video that I made, the live feed I made on Facebook, I have lost whom I considered family, those whom I've considered family. And it's simply because I am a reminder. I'm a reminder of him, so I do understand, and I love them regardless, and I'll always love them. If I never hear from them again, I will still love them. So the thing for today, forgive yourself, forgive those that hurt you. Forget the ones that hurt you because they have forgotten about you. To them, it was just another day. To them, it was nothing more than another drama. And you don't have to buy into their drama. You don't have to buy into their pain. You don't have to buy into their trauma either. I also said about how everyone wants a pet dragon. But the only way you can have a pet dragon is you need to teach him not to flame on. Because if he burps, he's going to flame on, right? So here's the thing. Put out that flame. It's just like our lives. Trauma's going to come back up. And if you don't forgive yourself, forgive those that cause it, and forgive the past, it's just going to keep on coming up whenever that dragon burps and burn you in the ass. So today, I guess I want to leave you with, be greater than. I will be greater than, and put it forward. I hope you enjoy this video. I plan on doing many more if I can keep figuring out how to do this. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening. Mwah. Peace out, people.